Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Thank you for checking us out tonight. Hope you're having a great Monday. Want to remind you all over social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course our official website, thestephenknightshow.com, where you can purchase our merch like Linnea has on one of our t-shirts, or you can learn more about us and find out what we have going on. All right, well, if you'd rather watch us, go to our YouTube channel and you can subscribe and watch us as we do the show. All right, so the question of the day is, what is your guilty pleasure? Linnea.
Okay. For the PG version, seafood, crab legs. Because I was going to say something else that involved batteries, but crab legs.
What's yours?
Lying naked on the couch eating decadent sweets. Watching hard TV.
Right. Just having a good old time.
Yeah.
What's my? I've been getting into these, which I've watched. I used to watch before, but I've been watching a lot lately. Like these, where they have the murder documentary.
Like
yeah, I've been watching those. Crazy.
I think
you brought that up. I'm sorry, Linnea. Since you brought that up, Stephen, they're making the documentary. Remember the documentary, The Staircase?
Yeah.
They're making it into a show now, like they did your other.
Yep, I'll be watching it.
I actually just saw that. I just saw the preview for that earlier. I'm like, this seems interesting.
Yeah.
Because it's based off of a true story. But I saw a meme a long time ago, and the meme was like, during horror movies, we got all the lights on and shit, right? But then we can sit here and watch these murder crime stories and we sleep like a baby.
Yeah.
What's wrong with us? What is wrong with us?
I know.
Movies at home when I'm by myself. I watch them at work.
Yeah. Now see, I like watch some of that with all the lights off, pitch black. I gotta be into it, especially a good horror movie.
Okay.
But tweet us at home and let us know what's your guilty pleasure. Stephen Knight Show, SHO. All right, well, as previously reported, Megan Thee Stallion opened up about her unfortunate shooting incident that left her injured back in 2020. The first clip from the interview had folks online talking. And on Monday, CBS Mornings dropped the remainder of the interview. An interview and emotional Megan shared why, at first, she told the police that she stepped on glass instead of revealing that she had been shot in her foot. Megan said, "I didn't want them to kill us." So pretty much she was saying this is right after the George Floyd situation. And she knew that the police coming and Tory Lanez having that gun, she was scared for their life. So she's trying to get them out of that situation. So she initially lied and said she stepped on glass. There has been a lot back and forth who pulled the trigger the night of the incident. Megan said it was Tory Lanez, but Tory continues to maintain his innocence. And some folks have mentioned Megan's former best friend, Kelsey Nicole, who was also present that night. In text messages obtained by CBS News, it was revealed that the night of the shooting, Kelsey texted Megan's security guard and said, "Help, Tory shot Megan." CBS reached out to Kelsey's attorney, who declined to comment about the situation, but did say, "I can assure you my client has not been paid a dime by any party involved to remain silent," as suggested on social media posts. It was also believed that Tory and Megan had more than just a friendship. Now, Gail asked her about that. Were they in a relationship, at one point, or they have a sexual relationship? Initially, Megan kind of skipped over the question. And then Gail asked her again, and she kind of hesitated, but she said, no, they were just really close friends. She said they used to hang out all the time. But Tory tweeted previously back in February, "Good dick had me effing two best friends and I got caught. That's why I apologize for. It's sick how you spun it though." However, Megan tells Gail again they were not dating, they were just, and then they did not have a sexual relationship. Now, earlier this month, Megan and Tory appeared in court, and Tory was handcuffed after violating a personal contact order as he tweeted out about the incident. Shortly after, he posted $350,000 bond and was released from custody. Megan shares her story of the 2020 incident when she was shot in her foot. Sorry, talk about that. So one thing she was saying that when they were all at a party, kind Kylie Jenner's party, her house party. And Megan was ready to leave. Everyone else wasn't ready to leave. They got in the car, and she said it wasn't like anyone was yelling or screaming, but the car was pulled over. She told them to pull over the car, and Tory, they got in the car, and he kind of reached over the car. He wasn't out the car. And he told her to dance, bitch, and shot her in her foot. And she couldn't believe it. And then he said allegedly, I'm so sorry. Don't tell anyone I did this. I'll pay you $1 million. And she was kind of, what are you talking about? Kind of thing. So I'll ask you, Chike, what do you think about all this? Do you think it was a good idea for Megan to sit down and have an interview with Gayle because there's been so much back and forth on social media?
So my question is why? Like, it happened. We've passed that point. You've had these phenomenal performances, and your name has now been cleansed of that incident, sort of, because no one had been talking about it. Now all of a sudden it's back again. Why though? Why now? I don't
right, because there's been so much back and forth, and people are actually believing that this didn't happen when she still has the scrap metal from the bullets in her foot.
Yeah, this situation, if you would just keep quiet about it, and I don't know like what she wants from this situation, but if she would have kept quiet about it, it would have gone away, because he doesn't want to talk about it. He doesn't want to deal with it. He wants to run away from it.
Mm-hmm.
And I do understand that she wanted some kind of resolution. And this was, where are we? We're in
April.
So this was going on like in the winter, tough. And then it dissipated. It kind of went away. She had those phenomenal performances. She was on the Grammys. She was on Saturday Night Live. She did a wonderful performance. No one was talking about this.
Is that Coachella?
Mm-hmm. Talking about it. Why? My thing is this. You have money, you have fame, you have popularity, you have influence. Why still do ratchet stuff? Why still dabble in that? Rise above it. Be better. You have a career now.
Yeah. What are your thoughts, Lanier?
It's interesting what Chike just said about, where you are right now. Why continue to be ratchet? And if you look at it, how Cardi B started to where she is now, she kind of, she reeled it in a little bit because that money started coming a little bit different, especially with them brand deals.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about this situation, and I don't understand the need to sit down and have this conversation with Gayle. I don't get it. Like, this incident happened in 2020. We're in 2022. I can see if it had been done earlier, like with certain situations, people jump on it immediately to do damage control so they can get their narrative out there. But from the beginning, I know that there's this thing about not believing Black women, because from the beginning, a lot of people did not believe her. And I know that she lied initially because she didn't want anything to happen. But I'm at a loss. Like, I would be, because the best friend, I'm confused about her too, because they're no longer friends.
Oh.
They're no longer friends. And then there was something where she has said Tory didn't shoot her, but you sent the text that said he did.
Yep.
So there's so much conflicting, statements in this case, and whatever resolution. I wish that her mom was still here, because maybe that would help her have, some balance, because her mom passed right when she was getting on the cusp of where she is now.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe she would have some balance and some protection. I don't know what her team thinking. I wouldn't have been sitting down with Gayle, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. All right. Well, after one saying ads won't appear, it seems like Netflix is changing their approach. The company plans to offer ad-supported subscription options to offset the current pricing structure, according to the Hollywood Reporter. On a company call Tuesday, co-CEO Reed Hastings stated that the streaming giant would take another approach to offer services. He stated, "Those who have followed Netflix know that I have been against the complexity of advertising and a big fan of the simplicity of subscription." He continued, "But as much as I am a fan of that, I'm a bigger fan of a consumer choice and allowing consumers who would like to have a lower price and are advertising tolerant get what they want." It makes a lot of sense. Stating the new plan will be similar to Hulu, Hastings also noted how well this ad supported plan worked for their competitors. It's pretty clear that it's working for Hulu. Disney is doing it. HBO did it. We don't have any doubt that it works. This comes days after Netflix announced they lost over 200,000 subscribers during the first quarter of 2022, which was the first decline in 10 years. Netflix also plummeted by 30% and dropped in their share price, contributed to the loss of more than 40 million of the company's market cap. The company stated that there were several factors to contribute to their loss, including households sharing passwords. They told shareholders that 100 million households share passwords, which means it's harder to grow membership in many markets. And they're also talking about really digging deep into cutting that, banning the sharing of passwords. But some people are saying that if Netflix turns to this model, they're gonna end their subscription because they are one of the highest subscriptions. Linnea, what do you think about this?
So I Hulu does the whole showing ads, kind of like commercials or whatever.
Yes.
It's a turn off. And with Hulu, I have Hulu and I don't even watch it. And even when I try to, it ain't working for me. Mm-hmm. Because I have to log out of every device that I'm on, and I can only be on one. So if I'm in my house, I gotta log out of the living room and then log in the bedroom. No, that's inconvenient for me when I can just click Netflix and I'm on. Netflix is becoming expensive. And if that's a model that they're going to switch to, then I guess I'm just going to have to stick with this good old YouTube. I already cut out cable because I don't even have cable. I haven't had cable in years.
Yeah.
But YouTube also has YouTube TV. So thank you to my boyfriend for getting us that family plan.
Yeah, that's what I use too. Yeah.
So, and I mean, like, you're able to share that. You know what I mean? So if there are other options that people have, and I hope that Netflix understands you grew your platform. So it's not like just because people share passwords, you losing money. Don't act like that. Don't do that. I ain't denying or confirming if I'm sharing passwords, but I'm just saying.
Right. Chicken, what are your thoughts on this?
So you're in my wheelhouse now. So Netflix needs to count their blessings. I don't know any other streaming platform, network television channel. I don't know anything else out there that's actually a part of the culture the way Netflix is. Netflix and chill. Who else has that?
Yeah.
So in saying that, Netflix is embedded into the culture, around the world, basically. That's a known saying. No, they do not have commercials, but the other thing that the other streaming services offer, like Hulu, they tap into other networks. So like with Hulu, you can log in, if you have like the Supreme Hulu, you can log into Lifetime. If you have, what's another streaming service? Like with Amazon, you can get a whole bunch of other channels.
Yeah. HBO, Showtime.
Exactly. So Netflix needs to calm down and need to count their blessings. Maybe they need to offer something different. Maybe they need to get better movies. Maybe they need to get Netflix exclusive stuff, just so that people would have to have Netflix in order to see them. Get some original programming.
Yeah.
Hello, I know a couple filmmakers that would love to have a Netflix series that's strictly Netflix.
Absolutely.
Hello. See me, Netflix. I have artists and talent all day long. Come on. Do better. Why is it, that you have to raise your prices in order for you to get ahead? Get creative. Aren't you an artistic platform? Get
And it's
artsy.
complicated. It's complicated to get material on Netflix. That's why people get stuff put on Amazon and Tubi and stuff like that, because it's so much easier, especially as artists. If you're just looking for content, then why do you make it so difficult? Oh, because you want it to be of a certain quote unquote caliber in regards to, what you put on there. But when I go to scroll, I'm like, well, I mean, really not knowing I won't watch.
And that's all well and good, and that's fine. Maybe you need to create a division that's specifically for indie artists. So that way it's attached to all the other stuff that you have. You can still be your Cadillac Premiere streaming service over here, but then offer something else. There's a whole movie studio surrounding Amazon. Movies come out and they're from Amazon Studios. Maybe you get their own studios. Maybe you can get some more money that way.
Why do you think they dropped so many subscribers in the first quarter? You think because of pricing?
Probably. And also with the other streaming services, they offer different things. Netflix need to incorporate sporting events like the other streaming services do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Hulu and Amazon, you can check out sports on both of those platforms.
You can tap into live TV.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you this, people that opt to drop their cable, I'm going to say their name, to drop Xfinity, because they're expensive as hell. When they decide to drop them, they lose that option of live TV. But when you pick up a streaming service that also gives you access to live television, wouldn't you want to go there? And it's cheaper? Come on, Netflix. Stop crying.
All right, well, it's been a month since Chris Brown slapped Will Smith at this year's Academy Awards. Many people have weighed in about the situation. Now Chris Rock's mother is sharing her thoughts about the whole situation.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. You say what?
You damn sure said Chris Brown first.
Oh, Chris Rock slapped Will Smith at the Academy Awards, but now his mom's weighing in, sharing her thoughts about the whole incident. During an interview with South Carolina's WISTV, Chris's mother, Rose Rock, shared her thoughts about the slap and revealed the incident not only affected Chris. She said, when Will slapped Chris, he slapped all of us, but he really slapped me. When asked why does she say that, she continued, when you hurt my child, you hurt me. She was also asked if given the chance to speak to her, what would she say? She said, I have no idea what I would say other than, what in the world were you thinking? You did a slap, but so many things could have happened from that. Chris could have stepped back and fallen. You really could have gotten taken out in handcuffs. You didn't think. You reacted to your wife giving you the side eye, and you went and made her day because she was mulled over in laughter when it happened. Now, Miss Rose, who was not in attendance at this year's show, says Chris was excited to present Questlove as his award, but the moment was taken away due to the slap. She added, no one even heard his speech. No one was able to just be in the moment because everyone was sitting there like, what just happened? The new episode of Red Table Talk began earlier this week, and at the start of the new episode, Jada Pinkett Smith revealed that the Smith family is still healing from the Oscar incident. She said, considering all that has happened in the last few weeks, the Smith family has been focused on deep healing. Some of the discoveries around our healing will be shared at the table when the time calls. Now, earlier this month, the Academy announced that Will Smith was banned for 10 years from attending the Oscars and any Academy events. Chike, what do you think about his mother speaking out and her thoughts?
I mean, she's sharing her feelings. She's entitled.
Yeah.
And old school, that's his mom.
Yeah.
How my family is and how I was raised, when you mess with one of us, you mess with all of us. That's how it goes. She's just speaking her mind. She's entitled.
Yeah. What are your thoughts, Lanier?
I mean, I've never even seen his mom before, but
He's real pretty.
He ain't. But yeah, I mean, his brothers have been speaking out, so I know that Tony Rock has been going hey. So I'm not. I mean, how do you expect for someone's family members to just hold back on something that, you know, was just really, it was a crazy moment. And, you know, everybody's still trying to process it. Like, what do you do? And can I just say that whole my family's healing during this time, it just sounds a little to me. But
and you brought up something, you brought up his brother, Tony. Let us just keep in mind that Tony did work for Will Smith at one point in time.
Yeah. Another thing his mom said, she said that that Will never really apologized. She said his team came up with a well-written statement, but she said something like that, he should have called Chris and apologized to him, you know, one-on-one. But we're gonna take a quick break. Oh, and also I heard that the Smiths are in India right now at some retreat, I guess for their cleansing, meditation, and all kind of stuff. After all this, yeah.
Okay.
Listen, when we come back, find out what happened to Mike Tyson on the plane, or what he did to somebody on the plane, and then a bride and her caterer both got arrested. Find out why we come back right back after this.